Jenny Burrell, how are you, my good friend?
I'm smashing. I've had a weekend away. All my tank is full up with great stuff, and I am, I'm really ready and thrilled and waiting for a woman on fire. I feel as if this year is almost like year one. It feels like this year is year one. The messaging is super clear, super tight. And it's all about our industry. We as women of who are like over 20, yes, working in this industry. Where are we going? How do we grow up our original intention?
Yes, we've just been having a really great conversation together before we actually started recording about this. Where are we going? So many fit pros are still caught up in this teaching, lots of classes mentality, juggling family, juggling kids, juggling everything. Where do you think we are going, Jenny? What's your take on it?
Well, I think, and you know me about the juggle.
Yeah.
Way less juggle, way less stress around the house stuff, the kids stuff, and really, I can't say this enough. We want so much for our business and our working life, but we are not putting that kind of energy into getting the foundation right. So our childcare, who does what in the house? I'm a great fan of blue jobs, pink jobs. Even Joel knows the phrase "Daddy fix it." Yeah. So, doing housework, we were talking about that. If you're running a business, this is your job. If you're then a mother, okay, this is your other job. You've got two jobs. Okay, so now we're going to add housework. So this is really clear. We need to reestablish our own personal branding as business women, as wellness entrepreneurs, and then really start acting like this. So we get the foundation sorted. We get rid of all the stuff on our plate that stops us being focused on our businesses. And then we sit back again and we have the most enormous consultation with ourselves as to what's our next move? What is our business going to look like in the next 5 years, the next decade? I'm hoping to be running Burrell Education and to be going around and teaching and doing practically what I'm doing now. Well, when am I going to stop? There's no reason for me to stop at 60, at possibly even 70. So I came into fitness just like most people, Group X, gym instructor, PT, all of those things. Battered ourselves, didn't we? We took the Michael out of our bodies. And now, for me, very much, what's between my ears, this is doing the work.
Yes.
And it's very much about now, right, so how do I actually serve the women who are my age? And as I grow and I age, keep going with that. So the needs of my clients when I was in my 20s, that's not what women of my age need. And so how do I grow up my business to actually represent the women who I want to serve? I don't really want to be working with any 20-year-olds anyway. I want to serve women like me.
I love that. And Jenny, you're brilliant for thinking big. You are the biggest thinker I know, and I always love chatting. I love spending time with you because you always just expand. You're so good at expansion. How do you think big? How do you encourage other people to think big and stop playing very small and staying very limited? What's the secret?
Well, I'm kind of looking at the secret. In December 2016, everybody that knows me and has seen me filming in this room knows that there's whiteboard here, flip chart here. So for me, it's almost like in December, because December is my birthday, and that's always a time of, increased energy and vitality. And I always then sit and say, what do I want? And literally I dream and I say, and literally I dare myself. I go, you cheeky thing. I'm going to have a go. And so literally the board, it's not kind of a dream board where I'm putting, I want a nice Range Rover or whatever. Almost like a dare board.
Oh, I love
I
that.
dare you, Jenny. I dare you. And so I put, if I'm looking at the board here, it says 2017, what, when, by. And I put the list of the things and the big thing I do. And people always ask me, how come I can launch things? I put the date when it's due, when I launch. I begin the campaign of talking about it, and then, you know, semi-building it, then put the launch date out there. People get excited. I have to deliver.
Yes.
Yes. So literally I force my production, because actually I think I'm a bit lazy. I'm a hardworking, lazy person. But when I've got the date and I've already promoted and I'm already building the thought, that I have to deliver.
Yes.
So for me, that at the beginning of every year is very much a big time of dreaming and daring myself. Oh, and the other thing that I do is there are goals for how much I want to earn. So every year that sum is increasing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this, people charging the same price for like 5 years, 10 years. Oh my God, this is bonkers. So every year I say, I want to earn this much. Now, what have I got to do? I've either got to sell more, or I've got to increase my prices, or I've got to reach more people. There are only 3 ways you can earn more.
Yeah.
And so really, this isn't about me saying, oh my gosh, I want to be richer than Croesus. This isn't it. You know, this isn't what I'm doing. I'm just saying is actually the price of everything is going up anyway, but also I have to have a target. So I'm never target less.
Yeah.
Never target less. I'm always the whiteboard targets, and then also the financial targets.
Yeah.
And then as well, you know what, this is the big thing, and I think that's why we've become friends. You know what, I'm only hanging out with people who go, I can do that.
Yeah.
Or let's do that. Oh my God, let's do that. So I'm only with the let's do that people.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, the second I have, and it's not a mean thing, it's just like in terms of business and the people who I hang with, it's got to be with the people who are also going to push me. You know, like when we went to America and you said about Gary Vaynerchuk, and we had been messaging him to go and see him, and it was like, come on, we're going to go. And we did. We went to the offices and we had that lovely tour, and you pushed me out of my comfort zone, because it was like, oh, well, they haven't gotten back to us, so maybe. And you were like, no, let's go. So this is so huge. You know, you have to surround yourself. It seems like a bit of a bumper sticker thing. You've got to surround yourself by people who are going to push you, and people for whom the answer is always yes.
Yes, let's go. You can do it. And speed. You and I talk about this so much. And it's one thing, you know, you wake up in the morning with a thought, with a passion, and use that drive, get it out there. You do that. We launch things very quickly, and everything then can be changed, fixed, updated as you go. But it's the speed that really makes the difference.
You've got to get comfortable with growing up in public and people seeing that you've made an error. And I say, you know what? I would rather make a visible error because I'm doing something than never put a foot wrong because I'm not doing anything. And actually, if you have the time to be, you know, nosy-noring in what I'm doing and noticing that I've made an error, I would suspect that you're probably not so busy yourself. Right. So I'm not that interested in your opinion. But, you know, like Brené Brown says about, I'm not interested in your opinion unless you two are in the arena. And I know that the people who are in the arena, you know, if I said to you, oh my God, I did this, and oh my God, it just turned into a mess, you would be going, oh, never mind about this. What about this? Turn around would be so quick. It wouldn't be like, oh, well, you know.
Battle scars are attractive. They are. Battle scars are attractive. You've got to have them. Absolutely. And it's about getting it out there. Jenny, let's switch taps a little bit. And I think you've built such, I think the word really is prestigious business with Burrell Education. You know, you are known for, you know, very intelligent content and courses, high customer service. You know, you're always ahead of the game on the women's health angle. where's Burrell Education going? What is your focus for the next kind of quarter of 2017? Looking at the whiteboard. I just saw your eyes flick across.
All right. Here we go. I'm not going to give too much away. Sometimes you need to keep your powder dry.
Yeah.
Because the copy monsters are well and alive. And as Seth Godin said, there can only be one first. So I'm always looking to be first, so I like to splurge everything. But for me, upping my game in terms of the anti and postnatal, there is another level we can go to there, and I'm 100% going to lead that march there, and still keeping my courses deep. And, that they require people to study. I will never apologize for that. I really don't care. Some people, they sign up, then they're shocked that they got to actually, oh my God, I've got to study these 6 videos and they're an hour long. Yeah, guess why? Because you're working with a subclinical population, and if you mess up, you're going to mess up big. So taking the next leap forward in the world of anti and postnatal, I'm still very much beating the drum that, in terms of pelvic health, every single Fit Pro working with a woman who has a pelvic floor, which is all of them, needs to have a foundation education. And then now my focus is moving to the issues of midlife as well. So big, again, for anti-postnatal, but big for midlife. And again, the science stuff, but for the professionals, but some consumer-facing products. So I really need to now, I feel very much I can get out there and serve just normal women and not just professionals.
And then because of social media and our platforms on social media, that allows you to go directly to consumer. So is this a new avenue that you're going to be taking, Jenny, or?
Yeah, totally. Apart from his holistic chorus store, that is for the consumer, but what I sell is for the professional. Do you see what I mean? And I do run my own class, I still serve, normal women, but I now want to make literally a product that is direct to the consumer. And, just like we're always doing, testing that marketing and sales process, testing the getting out there process. I'm excited to work on something where I'm just reaching the general population.
I love that. Absolutely. Give us some business tips then, Jenny, some wise words, business tips. It could be anything, social media, it could be basics to do in your business, it could be hot trends, just some quick tips that you can fire out at us.
I'm really going to be focusing much more on my Instagram now, because I was just in Amsterdam.
Yes.
A woman in my class who, one was like, she came up, she said, I'm your biggest fan. And, she had been following me. I saw that she was always liking my stuff. She comes to this event in Amsterdam. Yeah. She comes from Belgium. There was another one who had come from Brussels. And she too had purchased the course to come live.
Yes.
Oh, am I having a call? I'm having a call.
Oh, I'm having a call. I'm going to do an Instagram live there as well.
Hang on a second. Wait, I'm going to lose it.
This is what it's like in the busy entrepreneur's office.
Yeah, I'm due a meeting. That was a meeting. So Instagram, that's my big one. And advertising on Instagram, really going to nail that down. The other thing in terms of business, I would say, I just think, I was talking about people's sales pages. I want everybody, go back to your website and pretend that you are your customer, your target customer. Many of us do not look at our own website from week to week. I'm always in the back of it. Do I look at the front so much? Not necessarily. So go back. How's your sales page? If you're getting tons of inquiries, you need to sort out the process so you're talking to people less in order to convert them.
Yeah.
I think in terms of business, I think having a plan for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, how can you start stepping back? For me, hiring master trainers and training master trainers and stepping back from, again, the slog of teaching.
Yeah.
And so in your business, could you be now bringing on an apprentice or whatever, whatever the modern term is now, somebody you can be teaching and grooming to start taking some weight off you? Because I truly believe if you took that teaching time and the exhaustion that goes along with it and put that into your marketing, all of your output, and did your social media better, you could probably be attracting way, way more people.
I agree, 100%. I mean, and we've both done this. We've both tried to outsource our social media at times to different people, Facebook ads, and both of us have come back to the same thing. We can do it better ourselves.
Nobody knows your people like you.
Yeah.
Admittedly, there are some nuances because Facebook is always changing. There are some nuances that we really do need help for, and we can ask people for their help when we need it, but nobody can post like you. Nobody knows your people like you.
And write your newsletters so people can feel that it's coming from your heart. When I read your newsletter, I can imagine you sitting there with your beams in the background and I just imagine you, and I can hear your voice. And I think when people outsource this kind of thing, it loses its effect and authenticity so much. It really, really does. And I agree with you on the Instagram. I think, again, busy people going through Facebook is busy. Instagram is quick.
Facebook is quite toxic. It gives people too much opportunity to talk shit. Okay? But Instagram, I always say to my husband, I love a little Instagram Slack, and it's just like pretty things, 1 minute video, and generally people don't write lots of vomit. I haven't got time to. I just want to get the pretty pictures. Show me your food. Show me your 1 minute exercise. That's all I've got time for.
And a smiley face.
I've only got time for really this. I think Facebook does attract somehow the drains. Instagram doesn't. So I'm going where the light is, Facebook is fine, but I really, when you go on there, you get sucked into reading about stuff
that pisses you off for the whole day.
You don't feel well at all. So I just think that when I'm doing the Insta, I love it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh, look at her food. Oh, that's a nice exercise. And I was talking to people at the weekend, and they're all Insta people. They're sort of in there.
It's very European, isn't it, Insta? All the Euro guys are on Insta.
And so I had so many followers. And at the end of my session, usually I say, oh, follow me on Facebook and all this kind of stuff. And all of them, they were asking me, what's your Insta? So
what's your Insta?
What's your Insta? So that was interesting. So for me, I was already going down that way. Instagram for my advertising, Instagram for my physical output.
I love that. So we can't now leave this talk without talking about Woof and Women on Fire. Yay!
Yeah.
Can you believe how quickly I can remember when we were talking about this last summer, and now it's 2 weeks away. My God, Jenny. So tell us about some of the exciting sessions and what people can expect, and what's going to happen on the Saturday night. I did see a post somewhere that mentioned you were thinking about having ABBA music on the Saturday night. Now, where did I see that post?
It was in Burrell.
I was frightened.
No, you got to have Dancing Queen. You could please don't. I'm hoping I'm not going to lose my black person's membership card. I'm saying that we're going to have ABBA because people are going, what?
I was laughing for so long when I read that post.
So, listen, so this is really important. I'll come back to the talks, but the biggest thing, even when I was just in Amsterdam, a couple of deals were brewed up. And the best business you're going to do is with people who you really like. And so I'm saying, we are all here mostly as individual operators, sole traders. And this is very much an opportunity where you can get with people and collaborate and have community, or just have people, we have our own one-on-one mentorship, don't we? I ring you up when something is just killing me, and you go, there's always a pearl of wisdom. Sometimes you say, oh, what should I do with this? And there's this is invaluable. This is what people are paying other people thousands and thousands dollars for. So having community, hatching little plans and projects, or big plans and big projects. So that can only really happen when we allow ourselves to completely relax and have social time. So that Saturday night, yes, we have a dinner. We have the brand new award for the Woman on Fire Women's Wellness Professional of the Year. This will be the most important award in the whole of fitness, I predict. Okay, so so there's that. We've got new presenter search. We've got 3 new people who will be doing a short.
Great.
And we're going to do it like X Factor. I don't even know actually, because I don't know whether which is the one where they spin the chair around.
I don't even watch any of them.
No, I don't know. But there's one where they hit the voice. Yeah. So it's kind of like we want to do it like that. So they do their presentations, and then the room votes. And and so that's really important. We've got a nice little expo area, and we'll have some power plates. And then our presenters, I mean, we've got yourself talking about fitness burnout and what is your plan. Kaiser doing hyperpressives. Dr. Emily Splitshaw, I'm looking at the other screen, Dr. Emily Splitshaw talking about some really important stuff about the foot and the core. We've got Dr. Anu talking about her bioidentical hormone. There is not a woman in the room that will not have all ears pinned, because, our hormones are a big deal, coming out of our 30s. Michelle doing something that she did last year, which was amazing, breast cancer recovery. That was a heart stopper last year, and now she has more space. Jessica Drummond coming in from America, gut health, brain health. She's doing some business stuff. And then myself, pelvic floor, mobilizations for the hypertonic pelvic floor, restoring the functional breath. 2 things in the whole world of pelvic floor diastasis people aren't talking about: the breath, and how funky breathing can then, there was probably another better word for that, dysfunctional breathing affects your functionality there. And so this is a big one, bone health, whatever. we've got 2 rooms. So the reason why we've got so much staff, 2 rooms, and many of the key sessions are repeated like on the second day. So each room, 2 rooms, each day, 2 rooms, and you go from each. And you are going to be demonstrating and giving us a really great session on your brain fit.
Oh, yes.
I'm really looking forward to that, because again, I think that is way ahead of the curve of what we've got going on 100%. In the UK. We just want to bash people with exercise still. We still want to do that. And if you're in charge, if you're in front of 30 plus women, 40, definitely women in their 50s, and it's not what they want, and it's not going to work.
Yes. Oh, it's going to be a great weekend. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Brighton, it's going to be fab. Awesome. So what's the options that people can do to book on, Jenny? Where can they go? What can they do? 2 days, 1 day? What's the offers?
Yeah, you were only, until March, you could only buy like the weekend, because we wanted to make community. We really wanted to make that strong. But now you can buy just a single day, or you can just buy to come to the dinner if you want.
Come to the dinner.
Yeah, dinner and dancing. So, we're making it doable for people who can't get that full weekend away as well. Yeah.
That'd be phenomenal. And this week you're going to be at Blackpool. What are you doing at Blackpool this week?
I'm going with power plate, and I'm doing a really wicked session on third age, so peri to postmenopause, and how we use whole body vibration for bone health,